Hey everybody, it's me. I'm sure you wanted me to make a video because obviously the competition was announced. It must have been the quickest competition I've ever put together. There probably could have been a little more thought in some areas, and I guess I'll reflect on those. So yeah, super excited. Registration opens April 1st. The only thing that I'm frustrated about is that there's no outside food allowed in the venue, so I have to get catering. And that's annoying. So I'll have to deal with that. As you can see, I'm super livid. So I'm going to be on the phone with the lady, Ackerman, at the late, that's what her last name is. And she was in a meeting when I called her earlier. So, anyway, there will most likely, there'll definitely be food for staff, but there will probably be food for competitors as well. Anyway, so that's cool. I love, one thing I really love are challenges because I love to solve problems and come up with good solutions. So everything's good to go, venue, vendor. So in this video, I wanted to also talk about staffing, and people ask me all the time, how do I be staff and blah, blah, blah. How did I become staff, and it was just because at my first competition, the delegate was Chris Brady at my first competition, but the guy who was going to be delegate of my competition was also there, and he just immediately pulled me back behind the tables, where all the staff are, and is showing me the ropes and all that stuff, and that's how I became staff, and then right after that, essentially, they came down and helped me with my competition. So it's like I've been staff from the very beginning. And so one time I paid for a competition. I tried to attend as a competitor. I almost said Sarah Olson. Chris Olson's girlfriend Sarah was still like, "Aren't you staffing?" And I'm like, "I'm trying not to." It's like I paid to go to the comp and try to be a competitor, just so I could get a feel of what it's like to be in the audience more. But that still didn't really work out very well. Anyway, what it takes to be staff. Just don't learn how to judge at a competition. Learn how to judge before the competition. I mean, everybody's posting Rubik's Cube competition videos. You need to study those judges that are actually good like a hawk, and also study those judges that are bad. Don't put the cube cover right out in front of the competitor, so while somebody's filming, there's a cube cover right in front of their hands, little things like that. Looking up how many seconds and the penalties and the what a penalty looks like on a pyraminx, what a penalty looks like on a 3x3, things like that. Scrambling, look up online how to scramble. You shouldn't be taught how to scramble a puzzle at the competition, even though it's okay to be like that. Just learn all that stuff beforehand so you can walk in yeah, I know how to do it, and you're competent. We need competent people with legible handwriting. It's so frustrating. Somebody brings you scorecards because they're inputting data, and that's the thing. Competitors want the data to come in live as soon as possible, but the data person is getting hung up on whether it's a 9 or a 4. So if you're gonna be staff at a competition, you need to know the only thing that you need to be taught how to do is how to run the cubes. Other than that, you should already know how to write legibly, how to judge, and how to scramble the puzzles correctly before you walk into the competition. But how do you get on staff in general? When you're registering, let the organizer know, because either the organizer or the delegate is going to be in charge of putting the staff list together. Now the staff list together. Now right now, staff typically tend to be the Cuber family, the people that know each other, because the people are reliable to work with. You already have, they've been to a lot of competitions, they've staffed already, they're trustworthy, because the Cuban community, I've learned, is all about trust. Who can they trust? Who can be trusted? Who knows what they're doing? So when you're registering for a competition and you want to be staff, and typically, not always, but typically If you register as staff, you do not have to. They usually waive your registration fee. So when you're registering, all you need to do is give them your credentials. Like, I'm registering to also staff this competition. I know how to judge. I know how to scramble. I know how to do this. I learn quickly. And then they might even vet you. They'll go onto your WCA profile page and see where you've been. They might have seen your face before. It also helps to attend a lot of competitions so that your face does become familiar and that you can jump on the staff. So yes, try to staff a competition and make sure that you're competent at it and professional. Pretend like you're at a job interview, or pretend like you're on the job. You need to be professional, because some of these little bitty kids that they have judging at these comps, I'm like, come on, get that pen off that stack mat, reset that timer. Like, what are you doing? Why are you writing one initial on the scorecard? Why are you writing illegibly? Why are you saying silly things like, are you ready to do a world record? Ready, 3, 2, 1, go. No, that's not how you do it. Okay, I've gone on about judging and staffing, and so now they just need some chill people that know what they're doing, who they can rely on, and who we can rely on. So if you're coming to me about my competition, you'd say, may I please staff you? You could email me and let me know how competent you are at doing your job, and then I will wave you in. And probably no more than 20 people are going to be on the staff, I believe, and yeah. Also, competitions that I'm attending. So of course, everyone knows I'm going to Overland Park. Secondly, I signed up for Minnesota Cube Melt. So basically, the exciting thing is that I went to Cube Melt exactly a year ago, not exactly a year ago, but May 21st, 2016. And then by the time, so my competition's at the end of May, but if you want to look at it, May to May, that would be my 12th competition. So that's essentially 12 comps a month, when that's not exactly the case. I attended two in a month or something like that. So I've done stuff like that. So that's kind of cool how it's really snowballed out of control. And I like this ratio that's going on right now. So it's I've attended 9 competitions, and 3 of the competitions were mine. And then so when I finally attended 12 competitions, 4 of the competitions would have been mine. So I like this 30% ratio, right? 30% ratio, the 1/3 thing. I kind of like that. So if you have any additional questions for me, you should sign up for my competition. It should be pretty awesome. But also if I don't end up providing food for the competitors, I know I didn't do that for St. Mary's Scramble. I only had boxed lunches for the staff, but then I had food for Mars Mix Up and Sports Iowa. And then if this one I don't, it's in the south side of Omaha. There's so many Mexican restaurants everywhere. And yeah, I'm having clock at that same time. So I noticed that at Mix Up, out of 100 people, less than 20 people competed in clock. So we're going to work with that. We're going to make sure that those clock people that stay at lunchtime are fed. But hopefully, I'm hoping that everybody will get fed, because I'm a little concerned that their catering menu is a little bit fancier for cube comps than I'm used to. So I'll have to let you know about that. If you have any additional questions for me, let me know in the comments section. And it's time for me to start my weekend.